everybody, it's Christy back with another video, and we are back to the metallic watercolor series. So today we are going to test the CSY Art Gallery German Paints Honey Watercolors Natural and Fresh is what it says here on the box. And I have a couple of sets in here. I started with a set of 12 maybe, and then I went ahead and I bought an extra set of 6. Let me see. Do I have 18 in here or more? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 18. So I started with a set of 12 and then I bought a set of 6 because I wanted a more well-rounded selection. Although I will admit I have a lot of green paints in here, but that's okay. That is definitely a direction that I lean when I paint with metallics. These are my cool color babies. There's all kinds of different varieties of this set on Amazon. I will link these ones that I used below, and I will link a few different varieties so that you guys have options. But we are just going to put it through the metallic watercolor standard testing stuff. So we're going to start with some swatching and some playtime. All right, so let's talk about these CSY paints. So this was an interesting test for me because on white watercolor paper, they look really nice. Let me show you. So they look really pigmented, really pretty on the white paper. They flowed really nicely. I think I gave it a 4 out of 5 for flow. The black paper, there was a lot less variety. Now, granted, this isn't the craziest palette with variety, but you can see when I put them next to each other that I feel like the white paper, they did a lot better on the white paper than the dark paper. The colors look so much more samey on the black paper, and that's okay. I mean, there are watercolors for every kind of paper, like metallic watercolors can perform either really nicely on white paper, really nicely on black paper, or both, or neither. So these guys, I think I would use with white paper if it were me. I think on the black paper, there are better varieties out there. So I gave them an A for the white paper and a B+ on the black paper. Color-wise, they probably could get an A+ on the white paper, but I'm going to talk about why they're only getting an A in a minute. The other thing is I wasn't quite done doing swatches and I wanted to play with them just a little bit longer. So I pulled out some little pieces of paper here and I used these pieces of paper to paint some jellyfish, and they turned out really cute. They're fine. They were sketches. They were fast. I wasn't going for something that was going to break the bank. I was really trying to see how these paints play because there's a few interesting things here. So the pricing is really good. There's tons of colors. On Amazon, they come in a separate palette. I didn't really see any pigment information, and I don't think they're handmade. I don't know. It's very sketchy. That's what I'll say. You can get 6 of them for $12, 12 of them for $21, or the color shifting palette is $12, or 12 paints for $38 on Amazon. Now, they also are available on AliExpress. I saw them on Temu, but I won't recommend Temu because don't shop at Temu. Sorry, I don't do it. It's not gonna be good for your credit card if you do that. So anyhow, I would recommend buying them here or here. They are affordable. There is color shifting colors. There's not holographic. But guys, I don't know. I feel like these are a little difficult to work with. So when I put water in the pans, I sprayed them with water, and then I still, when I do this, do you guys see how, like, here, hold on. I'm going to hold it up to the camera so you can see what's happening here. So like when I put water in here, it's like moving this top layer of paint around, almost like there's like some weird layer on it, and it just doesn't want to come out clean. Now, if I put it over here, I can get it to move a little bit nicer. But I felt like I had to work so hard to paint with these paints. And for me, that's just not a pleasant experience. So I probably won't pull them out in comparison to all the other sets that I have. I'll tell you what, that Soho metallic set of 48, they rewet like a dream. They were so easy to work with. I can see taking that palette anywhere, and it was $28 for 48 paints. You had lots of color variety there. So I don't know, maybe it's because they're made, does it say they're made with honey? It says they're honey watercolors. Maybe that is what I'm feeling, but I know other paints I have are made with honey and they don't feel like this. So I really can't put my finger on it. If you are a watercolor artist that knows what's going on there, I would love to know in the comments. So maybe let me know in the comments, but I still gave them a fair score. I didn't particularly like working with them, so I'm not saying they're my favorite, but here's how they scored. So they get a 4 out of 5 on shine. They really do shine nicely. I'm going to give them a 4 out of 5 on versatility, mainly because I couldn't find an actual website for them. So I'm not going to give them a 5 out of 5 on versatility if I can't find a little bit more easily accessible, transparent information about the watercolors themselves. Color variety, 3 out of 5. I think there's a lot of colors, but they They definitely don't have the color variety of some of the other sets that we've looked at. Flow was a 4 out of 5. The flow test went really well. Price 5 out of 5. They are very affordable watercolors, and you are getting full half pans for that price. And pigmentation, I'm going to give them a 4 out of 5. Like I said, I just feel like the pigmentation wasn't even. I feel like it was hard to get even pigmentation, and for me, that's not going to give them a 5 out of 5. So that basically gives them a 4 out of 5 6 times, because this is a 5 and this is a 3. So I'm going to give them a 24 out of 30. Still a really good score. I'm just saying, for me, I'm not sure they passed the vibe check. I'm not sure that these are paints that I would reach for, or are going to be ones that I necessarily am going to tell you that I am playing with a lot. But maybe you have them and I'm using them. Maybe I just need somebody in the comments to tell me why you love these paints. So if you're out there and these are your favorites, can you tell me about it? Can you talk to me about what I'm experiencing when I'm playing with them? I'm going to keep trying. I want to see if I can get past it. If I do, I will re-film this and I will go back on what I have said. But for me, they're just not enjoyable to play with. And yeah, I think I've said all I'm going to say about this. So that is another series, another notch in the metallic watercolor series. Which ones do you guys want to see next? We have lots that we could go to next. I have a set from KMS Watercolors. That's another handmade company that I really like, and I could look at those. I could do my sister's ink dot card that I showed off a couple weeks ago. We could go back to some of the other dot cards like Winsor & Newton or Daniel Smith, and we could show off those metallic watercolors from the dot cards. Let me know what you guys think you want to look at in the comments below. And that's going to be it for me today. I hope that this gave you some good information about these paints and that you paint something sparkly today. And we will see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.